Robs, we're back with Cruel as the Grave by Eden Southworth. Chapter 4. The Beautiful Stranger. From the glance of her eye, shun danger and fly, for fatal's the glance. Very happy were the married lovers as they sat over their tea, even though the scene of their domestic joy was just now but an inn parlor. Hold on. I need the book to brace this. Both the young people had good appetites. Gratified love had not deprived them of that. They talked of their homeward journey and how pleasant it would be in this glorious autumn weather, and of their home and how glad they would be to reach it. Yes, how glad! Or paradoxical as it may seem to say so, there is no happiness so perfect as that which looks forward to something still more perfect, if such could be possible in the future. They talked of the Black Valley and how beautiful even that would look in its gorgeous October livery. Suddenly, in the midst of their sweet converse, they heard the sound of weeping, low, deep, heartbroken weeping. Both paused, looked at each other, and listened. The sound seemed to come from the room on the opposite side of the passage to their own apartment. "What is that?" inquired Sybil, looking up to her husband's face. "It seems to be some woman in distress," answered Lion. "Oh, see what it is, dear, will you?" entreated Sybil. She was herself so happy that it was really dreadful to be reminded just then that sorrow should exist in this world at all. "Oh, go and see what is the matter. Do, dear," she insisted, seeing that he hesitated. "I would do so, dear, in a moment, but it might be indiscreet on my part. The lady may be a party to some little domestic misunderstanding, which it would be impertinent in any stranger to interfere," answered the more thoughtful husband. "A domestic misunderstanding? Oh, dear Lion, that such things should be. Fancy you and I having a misunderstanding," exclaimed Sybil with a shiver. "I cannot fancy anything of the sort, my darling." "Heaven forbid that I could," said Lion fervently. "Amen to that. But listen. How she weeps and wails. Oh, Lion, how I pity her. Oh, how I wish I could do something for her. Oh, Lion, are you sure it would be improper for me to go and see if I can relieve her in any way?" pleaded Sybil. "Quite sure, my darling. I am quite sure that you must not interfere, at least at this stage. If this should be a case in which we can be of service, we shall be likely to know it when the waiter answers the bell that I rung up some 5 minutes since," said Lion soothingly. But Sybil could not rest with the sound of the weeping and wailing in her ears. She left her chair and began to walk up and down the floor, and to pause occasionally at her door to listen. Suddenly a door on the opposite side of the passage opened, and the voice of the landlord was heard, apparently speaking to the weeping woman. "I beg you won't distress yourself, ma'am. I am sure I wouldn't do anything to distress you for the world. Keep up your spirits, ma'am. Something may turn up yet, you know," he said, as he closed the opposite door again. And then, crossing the passage, he knocked at the door of the Berners' apartments. "Come in," said Lion Berners eagerly, while Sybil paused in her restless walk and gazed breathlessly at the door. Both were so interested they could not have told why in that weeping woman. The landlord entered, and closing the door behind him, and advanced with a bow and an apology. "I am afraid that you and your good lady have been disturbed by the noise in the other room, but really I could not help it. I have done all I could to comfort the poor creature, but really, you know, Rachel weeping her children was nothing to this woman. She's been going on this way for the last 3 days, sir. I did hope she would be quiet this evening. I told her that I had guests in these rooms, but Lord, sir, I might just as well try to reason with a thunderstorm as with her. I wish I had a quieter room to put you in, sir. Pray do not think of us. It is not the disturbance we mind on our account. It is to hear a fellow creature in so much distress. A guest of the house? Inquired Mr. Berners. Yes, sir. Worse luck. She has lost friends or fortune, continued Berners, delicately investigating the ease, while Sybil looked and listened with the deepest interest. Both, sir. Both, sir. All, sir. Everything, sir. It is really a case of atrocious villainy, sir. And I may say, a case of extreme difficulty as well. A case in which I need counsel myself, sir, said the landlord, with every appearance of being as willing to give information as to take advice. That was a short chapter, but we will keep to the schedule and continue at another time. Goodbye. Goodbye, sir. Yes, sir. Both, sir. Yes, sir. Atrociously villainy, sir. Goodbye.